Hi Stampers, my name is Sandy Hancock and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator coming to you from Southern California. Today is Monday, December 23rd, 2024, so it is just 2 days before Christmas, which is just about unbelievable. It just seems like all of a sudden Christmas is here, and it doesn't feel real Christmassy right now in Southern California because we're having weather in the 70s. But hopefully it will cool down again soon, so it feels a little bit more like wintertime. Okay, so I want to show you, just remind you of the two cards. Oh, let me show you the insides. So we've got the words, we've got all of these dies, and last week I used this die that looks a little bit like a trellis. I'm going to remind you of the two cards I made with the trellis. And then I used the word enjoy and the flowers. Okay, well this week I'm going to use a mask because this set comes with 5 masks and each one has a number. They're really hard to see, so I just took a permanent marker and numbered all 5 of mine. And I also have made a pink version of this card. So I'll show you that when I finish. It's really just fun to work with, the delightful little flowers, and I love the greetings, so happy for you. And of course the little bees, those come out of the Floral Delight Suite, which is in the new spring catalog, the January to April catalog. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to pull out just a piece of scratch paper. There. Okay, then I'm going to take my piece of, I've already cut this down, by the way, to 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to start by using the mask. And because you're noticing that I'm not, the part underneath this is not going to show, so why take the time and energy to color it? That's my philosophy. So I just went ahead and made a mask for the center, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I think that'll be fine. Okay, now you can see through the mask, and so it's easy to look through it and get it lined up evenly. So this is 5 1/4 by 4, already cut down to match the Highland Heather, or to go on top of the Highland Heather. I don't know what happened to this little guy. Okay, so let me find the Highland Heather. Oh, this is, which one is this? Highland Heather. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll start with Highland Heather. And I am going to hold this firmly. I know some people do this and they don't even tape it down, which makes me a little bit nervous. See, can you see what I'm doing? Maybe not. I'm going to move this up a little bit. So I don't know how much this first layer is going to show because I'm going to go right over it with the Gorgeous Scrape, but I still think it's going to add a little bit to it. And we'll just do a little bit more here before I start with the Gorgeous Scrape. This is actually really good exercise for these muscles in your arms. Yeah. Because when you, and hold it, I think if you hold it like this, you'll have a lot of control over your brush. These are the blending brushes, and there are 2 sizes of them. Okay, let's peek, see what's happening. Okay, pretty. I might do just a tiny bit more. And then I'm going to skip over to the Gorgeous Scrape. I think laying down a little bit of Highland Heather gives you a little bit of option when you get to the Gorgeous Scrape, and that you don't have to be perfect with it. In fact, I'm not trying to be perfect with it. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, sigh, seriously. Okay, just leave this in place. There we go. Okay, so now I'll just change pads. blending brushes, and we'll lay down some Gorgeous Scrape. I know if you have a pretty newly inked pad, you're going to want to pad off first, but mine is not, so I'm not too worried about getting too much color on it. But do test your ink pad, because if it is newly inked and has, you know, kind of a little, I don't know, just really wet, you're going to want to be careful. Ooh, that's looking pretty nice. Yeah, see, I don't even know if you can tell that the Highland Heather is under there, but I like it. Okay, so for now, we're going to say done with that. Now, watch what happens when I pull off the mask. Ta-da! There you go. And this is going to get covered up by the Gorgeous Grape, just like that. So see, there was no point to color it in. Okay, so now the next thing we want to do, okay, see, can you see how I don't need this anymore. Okay, so I made a layer out of this. I wish when they give us a die like this, they would give us a really pretty layer to go with it, but they didn't. So I decided I would just create my own. You can take any cutter that you're using, and I'm going to cut off a 1/16 of an inch, wait, 1/8 of an inch, 2 lines. So you're going to line it up straight here. I'm going to move it up 2 little lines and cut. So see, this isn't, yeah, because it needs to be 1/4 of an inch smaller. So I guess I'm cutting off 1/8 of an inch, which is 2 lines. So now I am cutting off the pretty little stitching, but I think that is okay. Let's see if that is. This way it'd be so much easier if they just gave us a die, but since they didn't, we'll just do our own thing. Okay, now let's just give this a little test. See if that looks pretty good. It does, it looks really good. Okay, next thing we want to do is put our greeting on. And because I think I'm going to want to stamp this more than one time, I'm going to use my Stamparatus. Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell this anymore, but there are other apparatuses out there that you can use if you happen to not have ours. Okay, so I'm going to try to put this, oh wait, I know what I'm going to do. I want to put the points right on the line here and here so that I'll know it's straight. Then I'm just going to lay this down about like that. Draw these in a little bit closer and get my Gorgeous Scrape pad. Oh, first I have to pick up the stamp. Hello. Okay, picked up the stamp. To push on. Enjoy, I've also been using that one as another. Whew, wow, that's pretty. I'm gonna do this one more time. I want the sew to be a little bit darker. Ooh, nice. Wow. Okay. I might have even gotten away with just inking that one time with the stamp, but I just wanted to make sure that it was going to be pretty. Okay, save my mask. All right, so now I'm going to just go ahead and put on the diamond. Get this up there where you can see it. That? Nope, not quite. Let's play around with it just a little bit more. Okay, I think. Okay, so I didn't do a perfect job when I was cutting it. Let's see, what did I do? What did I do? It's a little bit off. Okay, I think that's going to have to be all right. Okay, so let's go ahead and score that. The base of this card is going to be Highland Heather. So we will score that at 4 1/4. And we'll just take our bone folder, make sure that is nicely scored, and then we can just go right ahead and add the piece that I just colored on. Okay, here we go. Oh, does that look good? Looks pretty good. Okay, then this is going to go on with dimensionals. Looks like I'm starting a new one. So I'm going to put one on each point, one in the center, and that should be enough. Okay, interesting shape here. All right, so let's just put that right in the center. Okay, good enough. And now what I want to do is add the greenery, and this is garden green, by the way. So I'm just going to try to copy what I did before. And I am using Dotto. You can just use, Stampin' Up! Used to sell this a long time ago, and I just like it because I can move it. Sometimes I change my mind the next day or the next week. Okay. Let's see how I did here. We'll see how the flowers fit. So I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape. Oops, come on. I'm going to use Gorgeous Grape, and then I'm going to use Lemon Lime. Those two colors just go really nicely together. Okay, another Gorgeous Grape. Oops, that's the right side. Let's go to the wrong side. And a couple more. Okay. This card just takes a wee bit of patience, but I love the way it turns out. So taking a minute to cut out the pieces is definitely worth it. Oops, right side. Let's go to the wrong side. All right, the last lemon lolly. It's going to go right here. Okay. Now let's see. How does that look? Okay. This one might need to move it a tiny bit. I might not have even moved it. Okay. Now, here's the fun thing about these little flowers. The little rhinestones fit exactly inside of them. You can really have so much, ooh, they just, whoops, get in there. Come on now. What are you doing? All right, it doesn't want to let go. There we go. All right, let's try that again. Oh, come on. Seriously? Okay. It really is easy. I don't know. There we go. Okay. Now they're catching on. Okay. Let's see if this can go. Oh, hello. Get in there. Okay. They just snug you up right inside, like they were made for the center of these flowers. Okay, there we go. All right, now I'm going to take a white piece, put inside, put flowers inside, and then we'll come back and finish the front with some bees. They're called bees trinkets, and you get 40 of them in one little package. And my suggestion is that you don't wait long. January 7th is when these go on sale, or not on sale, but become available. And my suggestion to you is that you get them right at the very beginning, because I have a feeling that the little bee trinkets are going to sell out very, very quickly. Okay, we're going to put Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape and Lemon Lolly. And then we're going to put a few more, there we go, rhinestones. Thank you for cooperating. Good. Okay, then I'll show you how I got the bees to stick. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh my word, I really like that. So inside, out of this particular set, okay, what did I do with the particular set? Oh, here it is, okay. So if you say, so happy for you, you could say, enjoy. I've sent a card like that so far, so happy for you, and then just enjoy. Or if it were appropriate, so happy for you, just a note. Or of course you could take any greeting from any set and put it inside of you. You could say congratulations, whatever seems to fit. Okay, so now I'm going to take these adorable little bee trinkets. They're called tiny bee trinkets. And I don't know, maybe somebody else will come up with a different brainstorm. But I decided I'm just simply going to wad up a glue dot, turn it over. I don't know if that's wadded up enough. Put it on the back of the bee and then stick it on. Ta-da! Okay, I think that works. And then I'm going to get two more. Make sure they're turned over on their backs. Yes, I already put another order in because as demonstrators we can pre-order, and we were allowed to order 2 of these little bees. So I thought, I'm going to go in and order my second little container of these bees while they're still available. Okay, one more glue dot. Wad it up, stick it on, and turn it over. And you can have, oh my word. Okay, hello. Isn't that cute? Okay, now I want to show you the one that I made that's pink. I was using Pretty in Pink. So here's the Pretty in Pink. This is Melon Mambo. Now, when I first made the pink card, instead of using Pretty in Pink, I was using Melon Mambo. And at the time, I thought that was pretty. I'm just going to put them on here and you can see what you think. It does bring a lot more drama to the card. Okay, so I don't know. After making this one, for some reason I decided that I wasn't crazy about the Melon Mambo anymore. So I changed it to Pretty in Pink, which now it isn't, there's not as much drama. I realize that. But I'm still happy with it. And then I did put, like I say, 1 Melon Mambo inside. So here you go. So now we've used most of the dies, almost all the dies, and we're starting to use the masks, and it just makes a really fun card. It makes me smile when I see this. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will look forward to seeing you next year. All right. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.